Hey, how's it going, everybody? It seems that after Patreon was created, you know how many people, they use Patreon to get a little bit of more money. Was I guess aimed for the artists that actually want to get some money for their work, for their artwork or whatever it is. Now, someone thought, that's good and all, but we should make a naughty version out of that and call it Onlyfans because it's only for the fans. Now, this video is going to explain how Onlyfans became so huge just within the last 12 months alone. And almost every Twitter goal you can find, every second Twitter goal nowadays has at least one link to either Patreon or Onlyfans. So let's see how it really grew that rapidly.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the year of lockdowns, an age of toilet roll hoarding, and people going to the supermarket dressed in garbage bag protective suits. But if there was despair in the spring for one woman, the winter provided hope. Down on her luck after losing her waitressing job in June, when the fall approached, she not only couldn't pay her Netflix subscription fee, but her starving cat had moved in with her neighbor. Enough was enough. This woman of many talents knew there was a way out of the rut, and one day while scrolling through Facebook, she saw the light. In front of her was the word Onlyfans. After creating an account and posing for her fans, she became an overnight star. But
I'm not gonna pretend like this isn't an actual great name. OnlyFans, it's ingenious.
by the time the most lackluster new year on record rolled around, she was living a dream. Her cat, brazen as always, and not one to miss out on an opportunity, moved back in. Okay, so that's not exactly a true story, but we can definitely say it's based on a true story. This website, OnlyFans, has become one of the most talked about sensations in the online world. As you'll see in this show, it's steeped in controversy, but it's also provided a lifeline for many people. We aren't just talking about folks making videos for single men who got way too much time on their hands and subscribe to content they tend to watch 3 times a day in 5 to 10 minute intervals. OnlyFans is bigger than just nudity and copulation, although admittedly,
Here's the thing: if you ever actually paid a little bit of attention, OnlyFans has become such a strange platform that the biggest people on there, like I've heard stories of fucking brothers, sisters, cousins, parents buying the person's OnlyFans. I mean, the chick's OnlyFans. Let's be real, 99% of them are chicks. Buying their OnlyFans and looking at them. I mean, it's so absurd.
that's a bit like saying McDonald's is bigger than just burgers. Today, you're going to learn everything about this website, from its beginnings to its meteoric rise. You're going to find out just how much money it makes and how much creators make. You're going to get deep down and dirty and see why so many people would like the site to disappear from the face of the planet. And you'll find out who the mysterious owners of the site are. Yep, OnlyFans is run by ghosts, or at least people that hide in the shadows. People really have gone on the site and earned bags of cash after doing very little in a short period of time. But
Let's be real here. If you're, because these are obviously dudes that own this. Let's not kid anyone. I mean, I'd be surprised if he says it's actually chicks. Why would you want to be in the light of things? You know, why would you want to be the front face? Honestly, since 99% of the chicks, since 99% of content creators are chicks, anyways, if the 2 founders or 3 founders, I don't know, are just some dudes, they would instantly believe this perception that they actually, use their own platform's materials, right? That they steal them. So they've made it for personal reasons. But if it was a chick behind it, then, wouldn't be too much of a problem.
But before you start thinking about joining up, you need to know that you have to be at least 18 to give it a shot. It might also help if you have some talent, or are the kind of person, man or woman, who has the presence to stimulate the viewer. If you're 18 or over, you can provide ID as well as a selfie shot with that ID and you're good to go. If you're a creator, you'll be joining over 1 million other creators. If you sign up just to see content, you'll become one of the 100 million other users.
Wow.
It's not free though. So if you can't pay to follow someone, you'll be stuck with the homepage, which is pretty boring to say the least. Okay, so it appeared on the internet in 2016. It was called revolutionary, not too long after it got off the ground. We'll get to the topic of cash soon, but first you need to know why it got so popular so fast. After all, most people watch it for sexual gratification, and aren't there like a million porn websites out there where people can use them for free? The difference is, OnlyFans offers a kind of bespoke experience. Fans can ask the people they're following to do certain things, or they can put a date in their calendar for when the creator has promised to do something new, strange, or surprising. Let's stay with the sultry stuff for now because that's what OnlyFans.
It seems to be the more I mean, honestly, it seems to be the more interactive type platform. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can have chat rooms and chats with people, with users inside OnlyFans, and I mean when you're on a normal regular porn site, then there's not. It's very anonymous. I think that was the biggest problem. I think that's another reason why OnlyFans became so big, because it's more personal.
Fans has been most associated with from the beginning. Watching a model do their stuff can be kind of like having a partner, except the amount of love involved is negligible. One American model we found said when it comes to her regular customers, she'll know when their birthdays are, what their pets are called, or even the names of their children. It's true, her name is Danny Harwood. So imagine during lockdown a man was feeling a little isolated and there was a stirring in his loins. Sure, he could go to a well-known site and type into the search box, "smoking nurse." Yeah, that's what gets him off. But it would be better if that nurse knew his name and asked him how the accountancy job was going. And that's the one reason OnlyFans is so popular, the intimacy, or at least what seems like intimacy. Those fans will pay anywhere from $5 to $50 a month for a subscription for one creator, and they can see pictures, videos, and if they add a little tip, they can get something special. The strange thing is, creators don't necessarily get more cash if they post content that's more explicit. Just because someone's willing to do strange things with a banana and some chocolate mousse doesn't mean they'll find success. As of January 2020, the most popular creator on the platform was a model named Gem Wolfie. This very attractive woman cut her teeth on Instagram, and once she'd amassed millions of followers, there she hitched a ride with OnlyFans.
Excuse me? She cut her
on Instagram platform was a model named Gem Wolfie. This very attractive woman cut her teeth on Instagram and
cut her teeth on Instagram. Is this just a saying becoming popular somewhere?
But for the most part, her mostly male fans are there because she's good looking. If she tells her fans to quit the french fries and get down with a bowl of quinoa, you can be sure she won't be wearing a boiler suit. What we're trying to say is people on this platform aren't always looking for X-rated content. Far from it. It's the reveal that counts. It's like this. If you go to a nudist beach, and this infographics writer's been to plenty, nudity soon becomes a bit blasé. It's not knowing what's underneath that really gets people hot and flustered, especially when more is revealed at a slow pace. And as you'll see, this can be addictive and costly. Miss Wolfie, by the way, was at one point making $30,000 every single day.
Damn, that's about $1 million a month almost. Now keep this in mind, ladies, in case any ladies are watching. It is there's this perception that you have to show more to be more attractive. That is not necessarily true. You do not. Honestly, if you have two people next to it, just because you show you're naked doesn't necessarily mean, honestly, that you're immediately hotter than someone who just has like a nice dress or something like this. Honestly, there is something about them as a guy. This is coming from a guy. There's something about the mystery under it that is definitely true. There's a mystery that makes it more fun. It's almost like when you talk about right here from a woman, when you listen to when you see it yourself. I mean, when you don't see it, but you just get a slight glimpse. It's almost far more interesting than when you actually see it and like see the whole thing uncovered. I'm not gonna lie. So he's making a good point here. This woman, honestly, I don't know her personally, but this woman probably didn't have to show her boobs and ass, I mean, completely uncovered almost ever. I can't actually imagine. It's the fantasy that people are interested in.
And all she really had to do was talk and look sexy. Obviously, to get that kind of cash, you need to have been blessed with certain genes.
True.
Yeah, some of us are born to endless night, some to pure delight. Let's talk a bit more about making money. Perhaps one of the biggest controversies involved an American actress and model named Bella Thorne. She made an astounding $1 million in one day on the platform.
Yeah,
she told fans that she'd go the full Monty if they provided her with a couple of $100. When the time came, she wasn't nude at all and was dressed in lingerie. Some of those desperados who'd sent her their hard-earned money demanded their cash back. As for sex workers that actually do take off their kit on the site, they were livid. Here was a woman trespassing on their patch. We'll soon get back to sex workers. The person that makes the most cash on OnlyFans is a woman named Black China. She rakes in something like $20 million a month. The celebrity has her boobs done, lips done, butt done, and so you won't be surprised to hear she's appeared on the
Wait, 20 million a month? Why did he say the highest earning chick was doing 30,000 a month though? Because 30,000 a month is approximately, it's like 900,000 a month. But if she made 20 that doesn't make any sense. Wait, Black China, 20 million a month? Damn.
cringe-worthy, immensely popular reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians,
Yeah.
a show that kind of represents having your life done. For $20 a month, you can watch China doing stuff that makes men with a foot fetish soil their underwear. The reason ready-made stars make so much cash is because a lot of people in this world are crazy about celebrities.
Yeah.
And with OnlyFans, you can get up close to them and even ask them to do stuff. For them, it's practically a pay-for-play religious experience that's on demand. One of the biggest male celebrities on there is the American rapper named Aaron Carter. He goes a bit further than the women we've just talked about in that he really will go the full Monty for a price. Other guys have made a fortune too, such as the YouTube star named Nick Avocado. For a monthly fee, you can watch this hyperactive melodramatic human smurf eat 10 kilos of fast food in one sitting. If you're wondering why people are willing to pay to watch some loud goof eat lots of food, we have to get a bit scientific. First, you need to know that a man once coined the term Limbic Capitalism, referring to the part of the brain called the limbic system and how it can be exploited. This part of the brain wants stimuli. In fact, it's addicted to stimuli. That's why so many influencers are colorful and loud and over the top. That bit of the brain is responsible for you buying a power-up on Angry Birds Friends. It's why you can't put down your damn phone. Tech companies know how to create addictive products, and OnlyFans.
I think what I would like to pause here for a second. I think he's obviously trying to explain why it becomes so popular, why the platform just works. But honestly, here's the thing though: the current situation in the world with the whole epidemic, it certainly gave a lot of online platforms a boost. And it's not just OnlyFans, it is YouTube, it is the fact that people are sitting more inside, right, and actually consume stuff online. I mean, OnlyFans, it was literally destined to become this big just the last 12 months alone. So always keep them in mind, it's like a catalyst. I mean, just boosted things.
Is one of them. The stimuli in this case is much more intense because you can direct the movie, you can see novel acts and explore your fetishes, but only if you keep tipping the performer. The site is like sexual heroin. You always have to go back to the dealer for that one last hit. What's also alluring is the fact that you never quite know what the product is you'll get. Okay, enough of celebrities and influencers. What about the hardworking folks that are just trying to make a living? Well, think about 2020. The year where just being outside makes you feel like a criminal. The year approaching strangers almost became an actual crime. Who do you think suffered the most in the underground world? Yup, sex workers weren't exactly in high demand during the great pandemic of 2020. But they found a way of making money, and that was through OnlyFans. We found women who said OnlyFans wasn't just helping them make money, but it was diversifying and normalizing sex work. This, they said, is great, but others said if you want to make a lot of cash, you really have to put the
Is she rubbing her hand? Is she rubbing her arm?
effort in. Standing on a street corner became setting up a bedroom studio and acting out people's fantasies. Then there's the controversy. A lot of controversy. One woman in the UK had an act where she'd dress up like a young girl. Critics say this is exploitation and unethical, normalizing something that's wrong. They also blast the business as being another kind of exploitation in the new gig economy. And that might be true, but it's a complicated issue. And if you're a person that lost a job and relied on the platform to make cash, you may feel like you're not being exploited. We found some ordinary women online who'd never taken off their clothes for money before, who were earning okay from doing just that on OnlyFans. Some of them were new to the site, as were many people in 2020. From February 2020 to April 2020, during the COVID assault, there were 1.85 million new subscribers to the site. Some women posing nude were only earning a few $100s a month, some thousands, but it was enough, they said, to put a roof over their head. This is another reason for the site's popularity, not only because out-of-work people have found a niche, but it's also a kind of acceptable pornography. The girl and boy next door are using the site to make cash, and somehow that's more acceptable than real pornography. Newbies helping people get their rocks off has led to more controversy though, because investigations have found some of those people wanting to make some fast cash used fake IDs. They hadn't reached the age of 18. Okay, but what about the grown-up folks that say this site is their golden egg? Now we'll introduce a former male go-go dancer who in the gay world would probably fit the description of bear.
So this is definitely
He's a bit of a hunk, and rather than swing from poles and city clubs, he now earns his crust doing it online. He said in an interview that he gives his fans a boyfriend experience, something you can't find on any other platform. He said with OnlyFans, he can take off his clothes for someone, but the experience is an intimate one. As for the fans, they feel like they're directing their own movie. For that, the creator earns 10 grand a month. Then there's the story of the working-class girl from the UK. In the past, she'd done nude photos for magazines, something she kept secret until one day her father went to the factory and saw his naked daughter pinned to a locker in the locker room. He didn't much enjoy the banter that day. Taking your clothes off online, she said, is better than doing it where the whole world can see you. She was actually one of the first models on OnlyFans, making it in the region of $250 a month at the start. Then she started dressing up, doing special shows on certain days, and even let men bet on her if she ordered a pizza but went to collect it from the delivery guy with no clothes on. She became a big success after that. She told the New York Times that this way men were getting a much better experience than they did from porn. I'm like their online girlfriend, she said. She soon was bringing in $50,000 a month, and that was without being a celebrity. Like all the other OnlyFans creators, she gets 80% of what she brings in. OnlyFans gets a 20% cut. But with all the processing fees, the site actually gets 12%.
Still 12% as a fee is pretty good. 12%, that means if they get 100, keep this in mind, 12% is amazing. And they don't, here's the thing though, they have to do nothing. That's the thing. All the work is being done by the creators themselves. They just collect the money and provide the platform. That's pretty much, it's ingenious. 12%, that means if she makes $100, they get 12% on that. They get $12 out of 100. So if one, so for example, just one creator, if she makes 50 grand a month, they get six grand a month. They get 6 grand a month by doing nothing, absolutely nothing.
The question is, who are the people taking the 12%? That's still a bit of a mystery. It was started by a British company called Phoenix International Limited, but if you Google that, you won't find a website. You can see it's an entertainment company based in London, and you can see its annual revenue is $4.59 million, but that's about it. So who is this entertainment company? We actually don't know too much, and it looks to us that journalists have asked the question and have come up empty-handed as to the day-to-day running of the company. What we did find is a guy who speaks on behalf of the secret company, and his name is Daniel Blythe. When he was contacted by the media, he said no way will he allow his clients to be interviewed, and there's also no way he'll say who they are. Still, we do know that an Englishman named Tim Stokely founded the company, and he's still there with his father Guy Stokely. Tim got the idea to start the site after looking at platforms such as Instagram, and then he thought, Instagram, Uber, why not create a site where influencers can monetize their content easily? It was
actually the dream team right there. Isn't that fucking amazing? You find something like that for your dad. Honestly, some people would find this strange. I think that's I don't think there's a better bonding method out there.
The breakthrough moment. We're not sure he ever thought the most popular kind of content would be sexual. Maybe he had cooking in mind, or gardening, or...
No. He definitely had that in mind.
Maybe he knew exactly what would happen. To say his idea was good would be a massive understatement. In December 2020, 500,000 people were using the site each day, and it was paying out $200 million a month to the creators. As for users, during that year, 150,000 new ones were joining every day. In sales that year, it generated in the region of $2 billion. So when it took its 20%, it got $400 million net. Not bad for a site only 4 years old. As for those top earners, OnlyFans is a bit like itself. The vast majority of the money that goes through the site goes to the big stars, what you could call the OnlyFans elite. It's thought the top 1% of creators earns 33% of the cash. The site's only going to get bigger as more influencers, models, musicians, actors.
And here's the thing, even people that are now, celebrities that are not getting any Hollywood acts anymore, if they're singers, they're not big anymore. Honestly, they still have so many fans that even if they give up that career, they could just go into OnlyFans, honestly. And believe me, it's there's something about the exclusivity. So even if some dude, some big guy, ex-rapper or so went onto the site, he'd get plenty of people, plenty of subscribers on, and could live an easy life, easy peasy. I mean, that wouldn't be an issue. No one would want to watch him undressed or anything like that, but he'd certainly have an easy time. So it's the OnlyFans. Yes, it's a lot about nudity and all that, but it's almost like it's almost like a retirement place for many celebrities when you think about it. It's actually crazy.
You name it, realize they can make it big there. Right now, the company's looking at opening offices in Asia and Latin America. OnlyFans may have started out attracting folks in the porn niche, but that's a thing of the past. Mixing Instagram with YouTube and Pornhub with Facebook will likely work. And while our limbic systems override our frontal lobes, we might not be able to resist the temptation. Now you need to watch this. How successful is...
Yeah, okay, definitely. All right, great video, honestly. In case you have any comments or that, I've never been on OnlyFans in my life. I've never subscribed to anyone. Me personally, I don't see the point in it. I just don't. There's a lot of other methods out there how you can please yourself. That's for sure. And or just people. Honestly, doesn't matter. So, guys, what are your thoughts on it? Are you an avid OnlyFans supporter? Are you even a creator yourself? I've been more than curious. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.